Awesome. So we're almost to the end. And so we've come in, we understand what financial freedom looks like. We understand what the traditional banking system looked like and how it's built against us. We figured out how to be able to structure and set up the right type of bank so that we can actually counter the strategies that were put in place against us so that it works for us and our family and not them. We we strategize and set up how to better be able to pay off debt and in such a faster way. We leverage how we were going to recapture that interest and actually use it to our advantage. And now we're debt free, we're in control of our finances, and now we want to focus on what we can think about in terms of building long term wealth and what strategies can we have for lasting financial success so that we don't have to repeat ourselves. Okay, so that we don't have to repeat ourselves. And so, in this, we're going to talk about investing wisely and growing your assets, the importance of financial planning and discipline. It takes discipline to stay free financially. And then create a personalized financial roadmap for you. We want to talk about some of the things that we can teach you and you can learn about in order to implement so that you can continue to progress and move forward towards your financial journey. And so the importance of investing. Investing is the key to long-term financial stability. I mean, think about it right now. Are you investing as much as you would like to? Probably not because you got debt and interest in your way. Helps you and your money actually grow faster than traditional savings account. Traditional savings account aren't paying you anything, right? Less than 1%. Here's a stat for you. Whatever interest that you're earning, if you divide that by 72, it tells you how long it takes for your money to double. So let's think about this. In your own traditional bank account, your savings account, they're paying you less than 1%. So if we gave you 1%, it would take 72 years for $1 to become $2. 72 years for $1 to become $2. Now think about it in our own personal bank, where we're earning upwards of 6%. Okay? Earning up to 6%. Now it can actually take probably what? 12 years for that money to actually double instead of 72? That's a huge amount. And that's just in our personal bank. But what if we're earning 15%, 20% in our own individual investments outside of our bank plus the 4 to 6%? Okay? You can be earning 25% interest combined in your 4 to 6% plus what you're earning outside of the interest. And now you're doubling your money every 2 to 3 years. And that's called velocity. And it provides a source of passive income for future financial security. Through your investments, you can enjoy passive income while maintaining your assets. It's a beautiful thing. And that's where all the tax advantages lie as well. Benefits of investing wisely is you can earn higher returns, just like we just spoke about. You can establish diversification and reduce the risk and increase potential growth. Most people talk about diversification, diversify your money. If you think about it, you diversify your money once you've accumulated it, not as you're trying to earn it. You got to go all in on something so that you got enough oomph to get you to where you need to be. And then once you're there, then you diversify so that you stay there. Sometimes we kind of got it backwards. We diversify and we don't have enough to actually accumulate. Okay. Compound interest accelerates the wealth accumulation. We want to put that compound interest behind us to make us go faster, make us accumulate faster versus leveraging debt and interest that slow us down from accumulating. And I think you guys got that by now in this course. Financial planning ensures that you'll stay on track with your goals. We got to plan and make sure we stay on track. We got to make sure that we continue to manage our expenses and our income. We don't want those subscription services to creep back up. We don't want to be paying $60 a month for a car wash on a subscription service. Again, remember, it's those companies' jobs to be able to get into your account on a recurring revenue basis. It's called a recurring business model. It's done intentionally against you, so you have to be intentionally of what you do back to keep that from happening. and it prepares you from unexpected financial challenges. Things are going to come. There's nothing we can do about it but be prepared. Okay? There's nothing we can do about it but be prepared. And so, in order to be prepared, in order to have these things and stay on track, it's going to take discipline. We're going to have to consistently save and establish consistent savings and investment habits. We need to be doing it automatically, automating, right? We want to automate that stuff. Let's avoid impulsive financial decisions. Let's think before we make a decision. I've always heard of couples that actually have a certain amount that they have to discuss with each other before you spend over this amount. A lot of times it's like $500. It all depends on where you and your family are financially. It could be anything from $100 to $500,000 before you have to kind of discuss it with your partner. It depends on your family. Okay, we deal with individuals that make around $50,000. We also have business owners that make $600,000, $700,000, $1 million a year. That's actually leveraging this personal banking blueprint. Develop a financial roadmap so that you can currently intentionally lay out the journey that you want to go on financially instead of allowing for somebody else to paint your journey. That's such a huge mind shift. I call it life by design. You want to design your life and then customize your steps to make what you already designed out happen versus being reactive to what you're being dealt with. Because what you're being dealt with is by design. Okay, so identify the steps needed to achieve those goals once you laid it out, and then monitor the progress and adjust as needed. Once you become financially free, you're going to start to explore some investment options. We're happy to be able to provide you some a little bit of guidance on that as well. And so there's several areas that you can actually invest extra cash into. Number one is stocks, which gives you a potential for high returns. But you do have some risks that are there. But guess what? You're financially free. You can take on some risks. And there's some great options going on right now. Great options. Great things are happening in our economy right now through AI and solar. There's some amazing things that in a huge shift that's taking place that you want to be a part of so that you don't get left behind. Bonds are lower risk, but with stable returns. Real estate, the real estate market is going through the roof, and it has the ability to provide passive income and potential for appreciation. I have to say one of my best investments I ever made was my home. I put down $40,000 out of my personal bank, and in 2 years, it appreciated $200,000. $40,000 out of my personal bank to gain $200,000 in actually 18 months. Powerful, powerful opportunity. Mutual funds and ETFs, they provide you a diversified investment options that are actually managed by professionals. So you can literally automate it and really forget that it's there, right? And just watch your wealth continue to grow month over month. One of the things that we actually recommend is that you take practical steps to actually getting started. And so start by education. Educate yourself on the different investment options and what their risks are. Everybody's risks are different. They have something called risk tolerance, and that is how well you can stomach loss. Here's a question I want to ask you. Did your 401k or your job ask you about your risk tolerance? They probably didn't. They probably didn't. One of the beautiful things we love is that the personal banking, creating your own personal bank, there's no risk. There's a guaranteed 4 to 6%. And as that money accumulates, you can guarantee to be able to loan from it, regardless of your credit score, and eliminate debt through credit cards or student loans or auto loans or mortgages without any questions asked. You're the own bank. You control the repayment option. Again, it just puts the finances on your side. Regularly contribute to your investment portfolio. Whatever you decide to do, be consistent. Consistency is the key to success in anything that we do. So we have to be consistent. I can't start to work out for 3 days and then stop for 4 days. I can't eat right for 2 days and then eat bad for 3 days. It takes consistency over a long period of time. And as we're consistent, it's very important to review to make sure we're headed in the right direction. and adjust periodically to make sure we're staying on track. And if we can do these things, we're going to continue to build long-term wealth. But more importantly, we actually set the tone for generations to come behind us, which is what I'm very passionate about. How can our generations that come, 2 generations, 3rd generations deep, what can we do for them? And it's not about leaving money, but it's about leaving the knowledge of how to be able to overcome the traditional financial system and banking systems. It's a huge lesson to learn, and one that can be life-changing for our last name. So I want to thank you for going through this with me. Right now, you're in position to be able to take control. Pull the trigger. Let's implement those strategies. Let's develop that personalized plan for you. Give us a call. Let's get going. Okay? Let's get going. Awesome. See you on the next chapter.